Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone, in the hamlet of Butterstone in Perthshire, Scotland, for another one of our wee live concerts. And this is number 57. I have to laugh every time I say it because the number just gets bigger and bigger. And it's 57 anyway. And we have a really stormy night outside and there's torrential rain. And so I'm hoping that the broadband kind of hangs in there. It's kind of flaky at the best of times. So we'll just see how we get on. And if suddenly the screen goes black, you'll know that's what it is. I'm going to do a couple of stranger songs tonight. This is a really, really old song of mine. In fact, I think I was about 19 or 21. I've probably sung this song about 2 or 3 times in the last 40-odd years. And but I've had a whole lot of requests for it because it was on the very first solo record. So we'll have a wee go at it. And it's called Over My Mountain, it's called. And outside Butterstone, there is up above us here, there's a mountain, kind of a little mountain. And it's where I used to go with my grandfather on picnics and things like that when I was a kid. And when I joined the Tannies and we were travelling, the band I was with, we were travelling a lot. And when I was coming home, you can see it from about 20 miles away. And I'd be kind of homesick. I mean, I would always, whenever I could see the mountain, I knew I was nearly home. And so I wrote this wee song about it. And if I'm going to dedicate this song to my dear late friend Alan Roberts, who I think this was the first song that me and him, we worked together as a duo after I left the band. This was the first song I think we did. And he was telling me he was from Callendar, and he said he had the same thing. He had a mountain called Ben Ledy. So all you folks down in Callendar will know Ben Ledy, and that was his mountain. And he could, when he saw that, he knew he was nearly home. So we'll have a go at it because it's, we'll just see how we go on. Oh, I'm walking out easy, I'm walking out slow. I'm taking this old road to a place that I know. And I don't feel the wind, and I don't see the snow over my mountain. And it's cold, getting colder, but I'm feeling so warm. I'm flying so high, I just can't feel the storm. It's a long time ago, I was here on my own, over my mountain. Oh, and isn't it strange how things happen to be? And 20 years on, he's no stranger to me. And all the old stories are easy to see when I'm out over my mountain. And so inside isolation, I'm feeling so good. I've drifted so far, but I knew that I would. And it seems that I'm laughing, and I knew that I could, over my mountain. So I'm walking out easy, I'm walking out slow. I'm taking this this old road to a place that I know, and I don't feel the wind, and I don't see the snow over my mountain. Thank you very much. That was my wee song, Over My Mountain. I always think it's really hard. I always find it very hard to sing something that I wrote when I was very young like that. You know, it's quite difficult with the, you know, your kind of naive kind of lyric that you make. It's quite nice though sometimes to visit the 19-year-old self, you know, and kind of like go back into that wee place. Anyway, that was that song, and that was for my big pal Alan, who I sadly miss him. And but it is. So I'm going to do this wee song now. You'll have noticed now too that Duncan is not playing his bass tonight, and he said he was fed up playing the bass, and so he wanted to play. It turns out he's quite a good wee guitar player as well. And so he's on guitar tonight, well, on second guitar tonight. And that he kind of, poor wee teeny tatty face, her nose has been put out of joint because that's what she usually plays. So her and Junior are out in their new house out there playing computer games. So in a huff. Anyway, this song. I'm very bad at getting obsessed by things, and this song came out of an obsession I had a number of years ago with learning to use a longbow, you know, just for target longbow, and I became fascinated by the whole idea of the bow and arrow because it's used by every culture and it's thousands of years old, and it's so when you go out and shooting at the target, you get sort of in touch with something that's very, very ancient. Anyway, I wrote this strange song, which is more about kind of like because I had this idea. I was shooting it, and I was aiming it at the moon one night, and I thought, I wonder if I could shoot this arrow. And then I made this wee song called "Shoot That Arrow at the Moon," and it's like it's one of them things. You should always aim high. Reach for the stars because you never know. You might just be able to get there with it. So we'll try this, but that Over My Mountain. There's so many people asked me to sing that, and so I hope I hope that was good for you. Anyway, so we'll try this wee song now, and it starts off with the chorus. Yeah, and one of the things that because I started making my own arrows, and I was learning about arrow making, and I didn't realize that when you're making an arrow, that you use a bird's feather. Bird's wings you have the right wing feathers and the left wing feathers, and they're shaped differently. So when you're making an arrow, you use some right wings and left wing arrows feathers to get it to fly straight. So I used that in the song, just in case you wondered what it is. Here we go. So we'll try it. You all right, Mr. Tatty Face? We good? We good to go? Here we go. Hand me down the longbow, a flight of feathers left and right, a good string that will sing in tune, and I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. And I have the strong arm, I have the eye that's as sharp as steel, the sacred word in the magic rune, and I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. Actually, you could sing that chorus with me. It's a wee bit complicated, but you try it. Hand me down the longbow, a flight of feathers left and right, a good string that will sing in tune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. And I have the strong arm, I have the eye that's as sharp as steel, the sacred word and the magic rune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. Save us all from evil, save us all from hunger and pain. Throw away the shackles and chains, and we won't come here again. And give the farmer seasons, give him all the tools he would need, and all the children of the world he'll feed from a harvest of this simple seed. Hand me down the longbow, flight of feathers left and right, a good string that will sing in tune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. And I have the strong arm, I have the eye that's as sharp as steel, the sacred word and the magic rune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. Some will crave for silver, some will crave for power to hold. Simple hearts are bought and are sold. Inside the ruthless lies we're told. Break the blind ambition, move us all to a place we could fall. Take away the fear from us all, away from us all. Hand me down the longbow, a flight of feathers left and right, a good string that will sing in tune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. And I have the strong arm, I have the eye that's as sharp as steel, the sacred word and the magic rune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. Try again, maybe we'll try. You can just sing the shoot the arrow at the moon bit, maybe, yeah? Hand me down the longbow, a flight of feathers left and right, good string that will sing in tune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. And I have the strong arm, I have the eye that's as sharp as steel, the sacred word and the magic rune. And I'll shoot this arrow at the moon. 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 Thank you very much, and that's my wee song about using a longbow and the mystery that is, and it's a fascinating thing, and there's almost a magical thing happens when you shoot, because if you try and aim it, you never hit anything. You've just got to kind of trust yourself and just do it, and somehow magically it all kind of comes together, and and you get a bullseye. Well, maybe not bullseye, but you get pretty good results. People keep asking me to do another Burns song, so this is I'm going to do a wee Burns song. Robbie Burns, our national poet and my hero, and This is my version of one of his magical songs, and this is the part of the wee hour show that I actually get you to sing the chorus, and this is a great song of his called "Green Grow the Rushes," and it's got some great words in it actually. And one of Burns's his brilliance was that he was able to say a lot with very few words, you know. And I think that's one of the secrets of songwriting, if you can say a lot with not very many words. And you sing, "Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. For all the hours that e'er I spent was spent among the lassies, oh." And so it's "Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. For all the hours there I spent." Eh? The sweetest hours. I had a senior moment, and I was being reminded that by Jenny from the back that I was having the sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lasses. Oh, yeah. We could do it one line at a time. "Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent, the sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lasses, oh." So let's see if we can all. Naught but care on every hand, in every hour that passes, oh, it signifies the worth, oh man, and 'twas nae for the lassies, oh. Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies, oh. That's what you sing when we try again. Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies, oh. Worldly race may riches chase, and riches still may fly them, oh. And when at last they catch them fast, their hearts can ne'er enjoy them, oh. Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. Sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies, oh. Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies, oh. Give me a canty routine, my arms about my dearie, oh. And worldly cares and worldly men may all get topsy-turvy, oh. Green grow the rushes, oh, green grow the rushes, oh. Sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies, oh. So you sing it on your own. Are you ready? Try it. Green grow the rushes, oh. Sweetest hours that I spent, lassies, oh. Beautiful. And again, green. What we could do, we could try and kind of just separate you out a wee bit, just like I would do in a normal show. This might be a bit. So we'll just have the people who are in America singing this time. Okay, here we go. Getting the vibe here. Now just to people from the UK. And now from Europe. Green. The rest of the world. Wow. There's naught but care on every hand, in every hour that passes, oh, that signifies the worth, oh man, and 'twas nae for the lassies, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies one last time. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent among the lassies, oh. Well done, all of you. I'm getting the vibe here in Butterstone. I can hear it coming from different. It is amazing, actually, that for those of you who have just joined us, this is the old village school in the wee village of Butterstone, which has only got about 10 houses, and it was a one-room village school, and this is the room that it's a school I went to, and my father went to school here in the 1930s. And then about 30 odd years ago, I was very lucky to be able to buy it, and this is where I made all my records, in this building. So I think it's fantastic to have everybody from sort of all around the world all singing a Burns song, all coming from the old schoolhouse here in Butterstone. That's it's quite special. I'm going to do this song to finish up. Can When you hear that rain thundering down on the roof, it's quite torrential, you know. My poor chickens. The poor chickens are wishing they were ducks. Actually, I went out the rain's been on all day, and I went out this evening, and they're just absolutely soaking, and they're just. I mean, I've got places for them to get shelter, but they're pretty stupid chickens. They just seem to stand out in the rain, or maybe they like it. I don't know, but anyway. Times are getting very strange at the moment, very kind of scary times again, you know, and all kinds of stuff on the go. And this wee song I thought was because I feel sorriest for the kids, you know, for kids, because it's very tricky for the little ones, and they're the ones that are going to have to inherit the kind of the mess after this. This is all over, you know. And yeah, I know my own little 6-year-old grandson. He knows more about self-distancing and masks and COVID-19, and you feel like, you know, it's a shame that they have to deal with that, you know. Anyway, I wrote this song a number of years ago, and so we'll have a wee go at it now, and it's called "The Little Ones Must Walk On," and. Here we are, my little darlings, with things we dare not bear to know. Strengthen your hearts, my little charmings. You've got a long, long way to go, and the little ones, they must walk on, walk on. The little ones, they must walk on, walk on. It has no reason, it has no tense or time. It's human treason, it has no sense or rhyme. And when everything has gone, the little ones must walk on. Look around at what we leave you, used to repair and try to save. The broken stone, the withered forest, the sad and empty ocean wave. And the little ones, they must walk on, walk on. The little ones, they must walk on, walk on. It has no reason, it has no tense or time. It's human treason, it has no sense or rhyme. And when everything has gone, the little ones must walk on. The tinker tries, the tailor thimbles, the soldiers, sailors give their lives. The rich man laughs, while the poor man stumbles and the thieves are sharpening their knives, and the little ones, they must walk on, walk on. The little ones, they must walk on, walk on. It has no reason, it has no tense or time. It's human treason, it has no sense or rhyme. But when everything has gone, the little ones must walk on. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, Little Ones Must Walk On. Sorry to leave you with such a kind of a sad wee song on this wee Saturday night when we're supposed to be kind of jumping up and down. But sometimes you've got to kind of explore these things, and even in hard times. Anyway, so that brings us to the end of our wee half an hour broadcast from the old schoolhouse here in the storm, and I hope that the broadband held up and that you managed to get this okay. And you leave a wee comment on the Facebook page as to where you've been watching from, because it's been fascinating. I've been watching for the last 57. We're looking through the comments, and it's amazing the wee corners of the planet where people are gathering and watching, and it generates a fantastic wee sort of global community. It's like you actually can think of everybody just being in the room. You know, I'm actually starting to think of everybody being in the room with me now, even although I've got 2 or 3 rows of empty chairs there. I can actually get that kind of vibe, so it's brilliant. So I'll leave you with that. Just another wee. You all take care of yourselves. Just a wee reminder that next weekend, next Saturday, is our ticketed one of our 1 hour specials, and I've got a couple of wee videos to show for next week. And it's so these days I'm doing 3 free ones and then a wee ticketed one, and it kind of helps keep everything, the wheels of the Butterstone machine oiled. And but thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks to the Tatty Faces. Hopefully we'll get the wee teeny back up on stage next Saturday. But a big applause for Duncan and his guitar playing, wasn't it? No, I mean, no, Mr. Tatty Faces maybe getting a wee bit. Yeah. And this is also the wee point when I kind of have a wee thank you to all the people that are out there. And I notice, and as things get more and more harder and harder again, this is for all the people, all the NHS folk and all the carers that are out there that are starting to kind of feel the strain of this kind of resurgence of the whole business, you know. And so stay strong and cheery, and thanks so much from all of us here for what you all do. And that's for all the people that are out there in the middle of this mayhem. But thanks so much, and I'll just give you a wee toast with my vintage port, courtesy of Nigel Large. So till next Saturday. You can get a ticket for next Saturday at www.dougiemacleanlive.com, and that's how you get the wee ticket. So until next Saturday, you all take care of yourselves and stay cheery, and just look after each other. That's the main thing, you know. Just to make sure that you're all taking care of each other and looking after each other and keeping each other happy, because that's going to be the big thing through the next wee while, is to kind of keep ourselves all kind of interested and happy. So night, Eichava, and I'll see you next weekend.